Hallihallo Leute, willkommen zurück in einer weiteren Folge Genshin Impact. Wir hatten ja letztens bei der anderen Welt bei der Kanne aufgehört und ja, wir haben auf jeden Fall ein bisschen was wieder gemacht da. Und jetzt geht es endlich los mit Song Li, mit der Hauptquest, also mit der Legendenauftrag. Und wir müssen nach da, okay. Habe ich das nicht gedacht, dass wir jetzt da anfangen müssen, aber ja, geht natürlich jetzt auch, ja. Let's go. Ach, wir müssen in die Abenteuergilde gehen, okay? Sorry. Let's do this.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Any new commissions?
As a matter of fact, there's one that looks perfect for you two. Uncle Dai is one of the foremen at Huishan Hall over in Liyue Harbor. He's hoping the Adventurers Guild can spare some manpower.
What is it we have to do exactly?
I believe you'll be looking for workers.
Ooh, looking for people? Awesome! We're good at that!
I have no reason to doubt your abilities. I'm sure the details can be worked out face to face. If you're willing to accept this commission, head over to the dock and talk to Uncle Dai.
Neuer Abschnitt, Akt 2. Stimmt, bei Song Li ist das schon das zweite Mal, dass er jetzt eine Quest bekommen hat. Bin mal gespannt. Bin jetzt ernsthaft gespannt, Leute, was uns jetzt da erwarten wird ein bisschen. Ach, schon gefunden, das ging ja schnell. Hä? Ach, da ist er.
Hey, are you Uncle Dai?
I am indeed. Ah, now then. You must be the adventurers assigned by the guild.
Huh? How could you tell?
By the clothes on your back and the look on your face. Experienced adventurers at that, I'll wager.
Right again! You're pretty perceptive!
In this trade, you need a sharp eye for people, not just rocks. Uncle Dai can see what you're made of from a long way off. Alright, my assistant should be arriving soon, so let's just wait here a moment.
Woo-woo! That's why we're here! Now there's someone else taking a cut?
Well, to tell you the truth, this is a very difficult matter. Too much for adventurers alone to handle life here.
So there is someone else! Do you think we're not up to the job?
It just occurred to me that you don't have all the facts. The incident in question happened in a mine, and it's a little out of the ordinary, to say the least. Mines are dangerous places, as I'm sure you're aware. As such, I've enlisted an industry expert to cover all contingencies. Last time I checked, adventurers weren't experts in ore appraisal or geological analysis. With a professional by your side, everything should run smoothly. Besides, this guy's the best in his field. No matter the rock, he'll tell you its value to the nearest mora at a glance. I'd go as far to say that there's not a soul on Tevat that knows rocks better than him. I'd be a fool to not enlist an expert of his caliber.
You're a fool if you think you found Tevat's #1 rock expert.
Oh? And why might that be?
Because Tevat's #1 rock expert happens to be a friend of ours. Ha-ha! Didn't expect that, did you? Wait here, we'll go fetch him. Hana bets Zhang Li is listening to the storyteller. Let's head over.
Also irgendwie ist Palmo sehr aggressiv gerade, Leute. Das ist irgendwie auch sehr toll, irgendwie sehr komisch, ey. Dann gehen wir mal zu unserem Song Li. Und da ist er schon, mit dem wir reden müssen, ey. Na, bin mal gespannt. Irgendwo hier, ne? Ach, da sitzt er sogar schon, Leute.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis.
Zhang Li, there you are!
Oh, here for a few tales? I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
Oh, no, we're here for you. Do you have time?
Ah, something I'm rarely short of.
We need someone who understands geology and ore.
Someone who understands geology and ore.
Ugh. Take a look around. Is there anyone in Teyvat more qualified? The requester claims to have enlisted Teyvat's #1 rock expert, but Paimon doesn't believe a word of it. Nobody understands rocks better than you.
You appear to have taken his claim quite personally on my behalf.
Oh, no. It's just... Uncle Dai doesn't know what he's talking about. Paimon just wants to enlighten him.
I see. Well, then it will be my pleasure to accompany you.
Really?
But I should inform you that despite my expertise, I cannot necessarily claim to be a leading authority. We are at all times adrift in a sea of learning. New knowledge should be welcomed with open arms. Still, I imagine I will be of help to you in this endeavor. If we do encounter an expert, I look forward to broadening my own understandings.
Ugh. Stop being so modest, Young Lee. Well, we got him. Let's head back to Uncle Dai.
Na dann, Leute. So, Onkel da wieder zurück. Hin und her gerade. Oh, falsche Richtung. Das wollte ich jetzt nicht. So. Ja, ich bin gespannt. Also, die Quest wird auf jeden Fall jetzt interesting. Vor allem haben wir erwartet uns später eine ganz große Überraschung. Falls die Leute den Patch nicht gesehen haben. Oder das Video. Oder den Stream.
Uncle Dai, we're back.
Oh, and this must be the friend you spoke of?
Yep. Paimon doesn't know who your rock expert is, but he's got nothing on our guy.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, I do have a claim to some experience in this field.
Uh-huh, so you say. Wait till my guy gets here, then we'll see. It's no use me singing his praises. You'll have to see for yourselves.
Is this the place?
Aha! Speak of the devil. Allow me to introduce my assistant, Kun-jun. Young Kun, these are 2 adventurers assigned to us. And as for this gentleman... Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's consultant. Mr. Zhang Li. I've heard about you. They say you're a man of great knowledge and many talents. I had no idea I'd be meeting you in person today.
I'm sure I recognize you. Have we met at the parlor? Wait, I've never been to the parlor.
Uncle Dai, aren't you gonna test them?
Huh? I wouldn't know where to start.
Then they can figure out a way to test each other. If Zhang Li wins, he's the assistant. If Zhang Li loses... never mind. Zhang Li won't lose.
A contest? Why, it would be my pleasure.
I admire your enthusiasm, good sir.
I must say, you certainly have the look of an industry expert about you. It'll be interesting to see which one of us wins.
Stop talking the talk and start walking the walk.
I'm just saying it like I see it. Which is, incidentally, the only skill I have worth talking about.
So you're an appraiser, Mr. Kun-jun.
Well, no. Actually, I've already forgotten what I'm in Liyue Harbor for. I was standing by the side of the road one day when Uncle Dai called me over. He saw me holding a rock and asked me a few questions. He seemed incredibly excited, even followed me for a while. We arranged to meet here.
Huh? How could you forget something like that?
I saw him on my way over to Liyue Harbor, poring over rocks and muttering to himself. He looked to be very familiar with them. I asked him a few questions out of curiosity. To my surprise, he knew more than me, an old mining foreman. In any case, he didn't have any pressing matters and agreed to help me.
So, do you have a poor memory?
Not exactly. Anyway, if it's rocks you need help with, I can most certainly lend a hand. Mr. Zhongli, what do you make of this rock?
A glossy exterior, with a fissure that could only have been left in the wake of a volcanic eruption. If I'm not mistaken, this is a rough gem from another nation.
Ah, a keen eye.
It's no ordinary rough gem. Fragile surface layer, black veining. My intuition tells me that there's high-quality crystal ore inside.
Remarkable! This rock does indeed hail from the vicinity of a volcano. I came across it in a market and snapped it straight up. The seller thought it was some leftover industrial remnant. They had no inkling of the treasure that lay within. Purity and geological rarity alone aren't enough to make a treasure. Some of the most precious crystals contain deposits of water or sand. In the moment of its formation, the crystal hidden within this stone shell captured a pocket of water. For water to be hidden in its depths, like a moon concealed within a mountain, reflecting shafts of daylight that make it through. Now that's a rare treasure.
Such a detailed description, almost like he saw it with his own 2 eyes. Say, you're not trying to hoodwink us, are you? After all, we haven't even seen what's inside yet.
Everything he said is true. Most crystals are born in high-temperature environments. Heat and water aren't natural bedfellows, of course, which is why crystals with water deposits are so sought after. Moreover, this particular crystal contains mountain lake water. A rare find indeed.
Well, if Zhongli says so, it must be true.
I've yet to encounter anyone with a judgment as shrewd as yours, Mr. Zhongli. How did you know exactly what lay within?
I've seen many such stones in my time. I recognized it immediately. I hope you didn't mind me flaunting my experience, Mr. Kunjun.
Of course not. I feel I've met a kindred spirit here today. I hope you will accept my friendship. Uncle Dai, it would be a mistake for Mr. Zhongli not to join us. Trust me when I say that his level of expertise is unrivaled in the trade. You won't come across another of his caliber in your lifetime.
Very well. There is strength in numbers, after all. Everyone, follow me to the chasm. There are men counting on you to find them.
Alles klar, Leute, es geht los. Erstes geschafft schon. Alter, was? Oh Gott, wir müssen ja richtig weit weg. Okay, das ist ja ganz schön weit. So. Ich bin gespannt, was uns das alles hier erwarten wird. Ja, unser Zhongli, Alter, Leute, das ist schön, mal ihn wiederzusehen. Er ist, man merkt auf jeden Fall, er ist wirklich sehr, sehr allwissend. Der weiß echt eine Menge. Ist ja auch kein Wunder, er wurde ja auch gesagt, er ist der älteste von allen 7 Göttern. Das ist mir auch erstaunlich, dass er der älteste von allen ist. Ich bin sowieso gespannt, Leute, wie die Göttin der Ewigkeit von Inazuma wohl sein wird. Also ich bin ernsthaft wirklich gespannt, wie sie sein wird und wie sie aussehen wird, die Göttin der Ewigkeit. Das interessiert mich am meisten, weil sie auch das Blitzelement besitzt. Leute, sie besitzt auch das Blitzelement. Das ist das, was mir so richtig so... Holy lolly. Das interessiert mich am meisten. Dieses Blitzelement, Leute. So, da ist er ja. Let's go.
Whoa, this mine is huge.
This is where the incident occurred. 6 days ago, a group of us left the site to attend to other matters. When we returned, the 4 men we'd left behind had vanished. I led a team around the entire mine, but found no trace. That's when I decided to enlist help.
So 4 miners have disappeared.
Yes, there were 10 of us. We lost Long, Bold Sen, Brave Sen, and Mao. I worked with all of them.
Workers in this trade are usually young men in the prime of their lives. Could it be that the 4 of them left for another mine?
Unlikely. There's no other lodging for miles around, and we didn't pass any other mines on the way over.
Huh. Such a huge mine. Did you really manage to explore every corner?
Underground, overground, we left no stone unturned. We tried everything short of digging further into the earth itself. How could 4 sturdy young men just vanish into the bedrock?
We'll need to explore the site ourselves before extracting any conclusions.
Very well. I'll wait here. Please, proceed wherever you'd like. If you come across any clues, let me know straight away.
So strange. How could the four of them just suddenly disappear? Did they run away from something? Let's look around first and see if we can find any clues.
Na dann.
Over here! What's this? A pile of shirts, some trousers.
Huh. A few everyday items. They must belong to Uncle Dai and his men.
1, 2, 3, 4. Huh, that seems right. 10 shirts, 10 pairs of trousers. These must be spares, right? Look, Uncle Dai's clothes are identical.
The four of them have been gone for 6 days without a change of clothes.
There's also a few handkerchiefs and some soap lying around. Oh, and some tool belts.
Items for washing one's face before the dawn shift. Mining equipment.
So, they didn't take any supplies.
Correct. Improbable. There are 4 pickaxes missing. It seems likely they left with the tools of their trade. They had time to take their tools, but not their everyday items? Curious.
Huh. Why would someone set off with their tools, but leave their luggage behind?
1, they were working close by and didn't need to move their personal effects. But seeing as they've yet to return, this seems an unlikely hypothesis. Or 2, they were forced to leave and had no time to think about their supplies.
Oh.
It's certainly a possibility. We'll need more clues before any further inference can be made.
If they didn't leave, maybe they were made to leave. Let's make a note and let Uncle Dai know.
Suche nach weiteren Hinweisen. Ich dachte, wir müssen jetzt zu Onkel Dao. Wahrscheinlich nicht. Ach, da ist der Dude.
Kunjun, what do you have there?
Oh, right on time.
Did you find anything?
There's a chunk of ore here. Perhaps there are clues within.
Or, what does it have to do with the disappearance?
Let's find out. I'll give it a try. A moment, please. Okay.
Looks like he's concentrating really hard. What's he up to?
I see 4 men following someone out of the mine. It looks like a child.
A child? What's a child doing in a mine?
I'm not sure.
Also, how did you see anything exactly?
Oh, I don't mean see in the traditional sense. I would appreciate it if what I'm about to tell you remained a secret. It's a little odd. I've never dared to tell anyone before. I can perceive the memories of ore.
Huh?
Perceive? So there's no conjecture at work?
You mean you can put your hand on a rock and boom, it just happens?
I've always sensed that ore contains memories. Sometimes it records events that occur in the surrounding area. All I have to do is touch one and focus my attention, and the memories come to me.
Amazing! So you can find out everything that ever happened there.
It depends on the ore. Some ores have astounding memories. Others, like iron ore and white iron ore, aren't up to much. Their memories are hazy. Core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They record more events and in greater detail.
Stone seeing. Fascinating. A rare ability indeed. It was prudent of Uncle Dai to recruit you, Mr. Kunjun.
I'm glad I can be of assistance. Based on what I saw, I believe they followed this path.
This will take us north, away from the mine.
North. Another clue for Uncle Dai. Let's make a note of it.
Kann ich das kaputt machen? Nee, kann ich nicht. Aber wie ich sehe, müssen wir wieder jetzt dahin, Leute. Jetzt nach da. Aber wer war dieses Mädchen? Das war doch ein junges Mädchen, oder? Definitiv. Ein junges Mädchen.
Excuse me, sir. Are you one of the workers here?
Ah, yes. You must be here about the disappearance. Please, find them if you can. I don't know what happened. The weather was gloomy that day. The foreman left with a few men. I stayed behind with the other 4. After a while, I decided to take a break, just to catch my breath. I ended up falling asleep in the shelter inside. When I woke up, there was no sight of them. I'd only just been speaking with them and suddenly they'd vanished. Maybe I'm next.
So the men that were out working disappeared, with the only one left to tell the tale having been asleep in a shelter. Perhaps an accident occurred on site.
What a scary thought. An on-site accident. We should note that down too. We found some clues. Time to report back to Uncle Dai.
Alles klar. Dann zu Onkel Dai wieder. Let's go.
You're back. How are the investigations going?
We found 3 clues in the vicinity. First, there are 4 missing pickaxes, yet everyday items are still in their place. This suggests that your men didn't leave of their own accord, but were forced to.
Forced to? But who would kidnap miners?
Who indeed? Second, there were 5 workers at the mine. One of them left the site to take respite. When he awoke, his colleagues had disappeared without a trace. Those who kept working all disappeared. The one who left early emerged safe and sound. It would appear that the incident occurred on site.
Now that you mention it, I recall Bravo saying that he took a break. Could someone have entered the site and simply walked away with him?
This leads me to my third point. Mr. Kunjun here made good use of his, expert techniques to arrive at a conclusion. It was a child that took your men away.
A child? But there are no settlements here for miles around. There's no way a child would have made it over to the mine.
Unlikely as it sounds, that's our conclusion. Your men were following a child.
Where did they go?
We believe that they followed the road north, away from the mine and toward the ruins.
North. Right. I'll rally my men and head in pursuit. You've been invaluable to the investigation, but leave the legwork to us. If we set off now and make haste, we might be able to catch them.
Not so fast. The incident occurred 6 days ago. Even if they set out on foot, they will have covered a lot of ground by now.
You're right. New plan. I'll lead my search party over to the settlements further out and make some inquiries. There are only a few settlements around here with lodging for the night. We'll go investigate and see if we can come up with anything. In the meantime, you could keep looking for clues. If we don't see each other, let's reconvene at Wangshu Inn tomorrow evening.
Agreed.
All right. Me and my men will get going.
So, they're gonna talk to the people over at the settlements while we keep investigating here.
Correct.
But there aren't any more clues at the mine. Shouldn't we go north?
Wait. I believe we're missing someone.
Huh? Oh yeah! Where's Kunjun? Paimon bets he's still investigating. Let's go find him.
Let's do it. Und da ist er auch schon, Leute. Ich bin gespannt, was uns jetzt noch alles so erwartet.
Kunjun, what are you searching for? We're all out of clues. Let's
Apologies. I'm conducting a quick search for my own benefit. I'm looking for a precious stone known as Dragonfall.
Dragonfall? Dragonfall is often used in forging. What use do you have for it?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't recall why I'm seeking it. I've been feeling very absent lately. Name and address aside, I'm having trouble remembering things. In fact, I've been feeling extremely anxious, as if there's something I've forgotten to finish. It's an unpleasant sensation.
Oh, Paimon knows that feeling. When you know you've forgotten something, but you can't remember exactly what it is.
I don't even know where to start with it. I've been aimlessly wandering. That day at the market, I overheard a conversation while I was buying something. They mentioned Dragonfall. It sounded so familiar to me, as if whatever it was I had to do was linked to that stone. So, I decided to look for some. Perhaps if I can retrieve some, I'll remember what it is I have to do.
I see. If I am able to during our endeavor, I will help you look for this stone.
Really? Oh, thank you, Mr. Zhongli. You're too kind.
Think nothing of it.
Shouldn't we get going?
Heading north from the chasm, we'll reach Lingju Pass. If this is indeed the path they chose, there will be traces.
Great, let's have a look.
Alles klar. Nächster Part, aber wir müssen jetzt auch da. Ich dachte, wir müssen uns irgendwo hin teleportieren, aber nein, scheinbar nicht, Leute. So. Nervensäge! So, Sayonara, geht doch. So, Leute. Ich würde sagen, aber dann hören wir erstmal hier auf und machen in der nächsten Folge weiter. Ich bin gespannt, was uns jetzt noch alles erwarten wird mit Zhongli. Ist auf jeden Fall schön, mal wieder was mit ihm zu machen. Ist auch schon wieder ein bisschen lange her, ne? Wenn ich drüber nachdenke, ist es schon wieder ein bisschen her mit ihm. Also, dann bis zum nächsten Mal. Euer Masho. Ciao, ciao.